All right, I'm back with step 3, which is the contour. You do not have to do these in the order that I do them. Some people start with the contour, so it kind of lays the map, and so they don't put foundation in those areas and they just work around it. This is the way that I like to do it. And so contour is wonderful for chiseling your face. It really pumps up that 3D look that we're looking for, that brings out the features, that can slim your face, that can hide things, that gives you a lift. It does all of the good things. And our Seint creams are going to really be pigmented and not shift around and really give you that rich depth that you need. Just like with the other creams, a dab will do you. It's very, very concentrated. So just using a tiny dab, start with it around my forehead, because just as if you were painting the portrait or the apple, you want it to be rounded out. You don't want it to be flat. You don't want your face looking wide. And then to accentuate the lift that it gives to your face, we're going to put it around the jawline. And so this is going to chisel so that it hides if you are getting any jowls or if you feel like you have a double chin. It just lifts all of that up and chisels that out for you. And it just makes your face pop and enhances that 3D look. And then I'm going to put it on my cheekbones, on the bottom of my cheekbones. You can feel around and feel to where your cheekbones are. They used to tell us to go under the cheekbone, but that's going to make your cheeks sag. No one wants to sag. You want a lift. And so we're actually going to put it right on top of the bottom of our cheekbones. And I'm starting about halfway, and I end it about with the end of the tail of my brow, and I kind of angle it upward into my hairline. And if you feel like you've messed up and get it too low, it's just cream. And so it's really easy to pull upward, or if you need to, go back and cover up a little with your foundation color, the main highlight. I always like to put a little under my bottom lip to make it pop more and look like I have juicier lips. Usually do this with our multitasker brush. And then I'm going to show you, sometimes I'll put a little bit here, like in that little divot right above your Cupid's bow to make it seem like your top lip is juicier too. And I'm going to show you the nose contour. You don't have to do this, but it makes such a difference. And once I started doing it, you can't unsee it. And my nose looks, even though I don't have a large nose or a wide nose, it just looks flatter, it looks wider. It doesn't look as cute if I don't do it, so I just have to do it. So what I do, since I like the turned up look, and since that's what I had as a kid, I'm just going to draw a little diamond at the end to kind of support that. And then I'm going to come up to my brows, which I just had microbladed, and they're healing, so I can't get too close. And I'm going to angle it in and then come down just straight along the bridge of my nose. And if you have a wider nose, this is really great because the closer you make those lines together, these parallel lines, the more narrow it's going to make your nose. And adding this little diamond end on the end will do the same thing. If you do not have a turned up type of nose, you don't have to do the diamond. You can just like make a U shape, come around the bottom, come along the sides, whatever fits the structure of your nose. And then I'm going to go in with our 3D brush. I have all of our brushes, so you don't have to have them all, but I do have them all. And so I might as well do what I feel like is the best brush for the job. And this is the one that I like. A lot of people also love this brush for their main highlight and their brightening highlight. It's not my favorite for that, but some people prefer it. And then I'm just kind of buffing things out. I'm not going to over buff because I don't want to erase it. We laid those lines for a reason, but I just kind of want to blend them and buff them a little bit. And so they kind of recede and look like a natural shadow. And then I'm going back to the detail brush and using the larger flat end to kind of chisel this along my nose. And I'm just kind of barely dabbing at it. I don't want to erase it. I want it to still be there. I just want to feather it and blur it a little bit so it looks more natural. And you're not going to see the full effect with the nose contour until I put the illuminator on, and then you're going to get the full effect. And that was step 3, my contour, which adds in those shadows and it sculpts and chisels your face, can slim it, can uplift it, and really make your features pop. And the cream has all of the richness to give you the depth you need. So that was step 3, contour. And next we're going to one of my favorite parts, step 4, bronzer.